Good morning. Morning. Welcome back to another episode of the PAA Live Morning Show. This is Joe. It is a cloudy, overcast day. It is Friday, May 7th, 2021. I don't know how many we will have in today. It is 75 degrees here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is overcast and rainy. Today I'm just going to be doing some chatting and some decals. I shall return in 1 second with some decals. Some water for my decals. So give me 1 second here and I will be back. Okay, while the water in my sink is heating up, just to give you a little update, yesterday we did an open box on the Camaro. Yesterday I think we did an open box on the Camaro. Day before we did an open box on the I'm sorry, yesterday was the trike. Day before that was the Camaro. My MPC trike was yesterday. The mailbox chopper. Day before that was the Camaro, which is an AMT Camaro concept car to 2006. Day before that, we did the 2010 AMT Corvette convertible. I have painted them all, and I'm about ready to do the rest final stuff. Excuse me, I painted the Camaro and I painted the Corvette. Camaro, I have black at the moment. I am going to go and get some color change Galaxy Blue, and eventually it will be a shiny Galaxy Blue color. Again, this is Joe. It's a beautiful day here in sunny South Florida. A little bit overcast, and we're expecting rain later, but still, it's a beautiful day so far. No rain, no major problems. We had some really bad storms roll through last night, and luckily, we've already had our damage, I guess, for right now. That was the Camaro 2006 Camaro concept car from AMT, and I have already painted the Corvette as well. I went ahead and went with a metallic silver, and I am going to go with a black interior with it. We were building a bit on this yesterday. Today we're going to do decals and finish off in the next couple of days. I'd like by Monday to be able to do the open box on the excuse me. Hey Rob, how you doing? Oh, good morning, Justice. How you doing, buddy? Give me 1 second to get some water in my bowl there, guys. So good morning again from sunny South Florida. This is Joe from Plastic Addictions Anonymous. Today we're just going to be chatting. I have Rob and I have Justice here. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Excuse me, let me get my sign out of the way. That's just so you guys know I'm here. Again, I'm in South Florida, sunny South Florida. Down south, I'm probably about 10 miles from Miami or so. It's like I said, it's going to be a rainy day later on, but it is kind of beautiful today. Right now, it is 75 degrees here. I'm working on the AMT, I'm sorry, my bad, the Revel Auto Transporter from the new release of April. It was just re-released last April, this past month. My buddy Samuel Stokes, I'm going to give a yell out to him. He bought a couple of them and sent me one so I could build one here on the show. The only thing, like I said, we're doing here, we're going to be doing some chains for the tie downs. And I'm going to be doing some decals, just some marker decals is really all I'm doing today with the chains. That's about it. My next video will be probably Monday or Tuesday. I will be doing the actual hydraulic lines and brake lines and so forth and so on that I still have to do. I have very little parts left over that I have to put on. It's just my little parts box. I got things like the four-way splitters. I got things like the valves. I got a couple of ramps in here that I'm going to find a place to store. Not a whole lot to put on. I'm going to change the inner toolbox here, and I'm going to put a chrome toolbox lid on it and open it up as a butterfly. So that's basically what we're doing today. We're just going to hang out and do some modeling. Justin, what do you build, brother? Where you at? What's your location? Where do you live? And thank you for coming. I don't recognize the name, so you must have found us out here on a live channel. Do you do model building at all? Another question is, I have a whole lot of members on both my groups, so I don't know everybody's name. So are you on either one of my Facebook groups, Plastic Addictions Anonymous, or the Model Asylum? That question was for you, Justice. So we're going to get started. I got warm water here, and I'm just going to, like I said, basically, we can talk. You guys can ask me whatever questions you want. I will be glad to answer. Rob has been my one guy that I can honestly count on to be here every single show. I appreciate you, Rob. Good morning, everybody. Like, follow, and subscribe, please, if you want to see any other new videos that I send out or that I create. And also, I will be doing a lot of box openings. No, Rob, it does not have a way to try. I do plan on making a hoop. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can see them. Let me get my pointer here, Rob. You saw me install them, Rob, when I was building them. These little pins right here, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here and here. Each one of these rails have 4 of them only. I do plan on making tie downs on the outsides as well. So I won't be permanently putting the cars on there, but it will appear that the cars are chained to the track, to the racks. They give you this chain, and then you have you cut it up in individual pieces as you go along. They give you a little bit of a schematic of how big they are. But me, I'm just going to make it to where it literally, I don't know if you should be able to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a small little pin, like a little hole and a little pin like I did for the rear end, Rob, and I'm just going to take a circle piece of another chain and make it like a hoop, just like I did here. And then I'm just going to put the chain through the tire and kind of attach it like right here on the side, on the outside of the trailer. That's my plan. Whether or not that works out or not, I don't know. I may change that up once I start doing it. But that's basically, that should be enough chain, literally, to go through whatever rim that you have, as long as they're not solid, of course. If they're solid rims, I would recommend, let me see if I can find it. I have a piece of that rubber cord that they use to tie shoes together when you buy new shoes, Rob. And that was my idea that I'm going to try to use for like a strap tie down, like a bungee tie down, or a ratchet attach tie down, something of that nature. That's my idea anyway. I do plan on putting, like I said, putting pins similar to these on the outside. Only they're not going to have the round head on them. They're going to be locked into a little bit of a straight dowel, and then I'm just going to drill a little hole and put the dowel through, and hopefully that'll work. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that too. They give you chains, they give you points to cut the chains and put the chains in, and places to put them, but then they give you nothing to connect them to on the outside of the rails. It basically, I guess they're just trying to tell you just to lay them over and make them look like they're in there. But myself personally, Rob, if I was doing this, I would take these and at least put a set on the outside rails so that literally you could do exactly what they want you to do here. Like I said, I'm assuming they didn't do that. They tell you to use chain here, and I use super glue to hold my chain on. They tell you to use string. String part was a really pain in my butt with my eyes, so I could not use the thread that they were requesting me do. Yeah. No, agreed. You saw what I did with the little piece of metal I had. I use paper clips for a lot of things when it comes to little parts. Here again, my idea for hinges are, which is going to be a video also that I'm going to make. It's going to be like a help tutorial, or a, how should I say, things you should know or things you should try. Maybe I'll call it just things you should try. But I'm going to straighten out, like I said, some paper clips, or I'm going to cut. See how it's got the hoop there? I just cut down a little bit lower down here. Here, let me go ahead and do it and show you, Rob. This is my idea. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but it's my idea. Let me just find my cutters. I should have them right there. Got them. All right, here we go. All right, so my idea, Rob, is to just take and straighten it out. But you see the hook here? I plan on trying to cut it. Let me see if I can get this right. I'm going to cut it here first, so I have a basic idea of what I'm using. All right, so here, now you got the J-hook form. If you can see it, I straighten that little piece out. Got the J-hook form here. And if you remove the plastic off of it way down here, which is fairly easy, see? It's really easy. The chain really does, really does. I'm very surprised. Slip right through. That you can slip the pin right through the chain piece. I got my chain piece in here too. Let me just grab it. See here, look. I can even grab the chain with it. But the way it works so well. Look at that. So, oh, there's another one I started. All right, so yeah, this is my idea, Rob. I'm going to, on the end of that chain, I'm going to do it backwards here so you guys can see it. So give me 1 second here to move a couple things so I don't knock anything over. All right, Rob, this is my idea. I'm going to take the end of the chain that I've already installed now. It may be better on my next one if I put these on first, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. So I'm going to get the chain, and I'm going to do everything I can. I got a little bit of shakes, guys, this morning. Sorry about that. So, Justin, are you a builder, brother? Justice? All right, so here, I'm going to do it here real quick so that you guys can just take a look at what I got in mind. My mind is telling me that the easiest way to do this is to have somebody else do it because my hands won't let me work today, Rob. I had a rough night last night, guys, so you got to excuse me a little bit if I'm a little off. All right, so let's try this one more time. If not, I'll put it on a piece on the table so that you guys can see my idea. All right, so here, I'm tired of playing with that one. It's because it's because I'm trying to lean over the trailer. All right, so I'm going to take the oh look, there's a little piece of string already on there. I put a little piece of string on there already. I am going to take the chain just like that, basically just like that, minus the string, which I already put one on there, which I'm actually going to use in the next, and I'm going to use a piece of my dowel rod. I'm going to use a piece of this dowel rod here that I have. I'm not sure exactly which size it is. I'm going to super glue just a piece. Let me see if I can translate this real quick, transition this real quick. Just a piece. This is not the piece I'm going to use. This is just for example. And I will end up doing like a little etching in here, just to give it a groove in here so that the J-hook stays. But this is my idea, is to glue a little small, tiny piece in here, right here on the trailer. This is my idea anyways. Like I said, you guys will be able to watch this. I'm going to do the chains inside first, so I have all the chains at the right length. But this is my idea, just a small piece of sprue, either super glued or drilled into there. And it's probably going to be half this size, but right about where my tweezers are is where I'm going to cut a little notch so that when I put the J-hook on it, the J-hook literally sits inside that notch. That's my idea. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay too. He must have just been scrolling through the live shows, Rob. I see it only says 2 now too, so we must have scared him off with the model thing. But that's okay. So that's all right. So Rob, that's my idea too. I don't know if you saw my little tiny video that I used, how I do my hinges and stuff too. But I use paper clips for a crud load of stuff, man. Again, I just straighten out the paper clip, take as much of the plastic off as I can, rubber off as I can, and then I just slide it through. This is a Capri Sun straw piece, and literally, it's, as you can see, it's almost perfect for. It's a little big. My last one, what I did was I cut a notch down the side of the straw, and I folded the straw underneath and super glued the edge of it so it was a little tighter. I also hear you can use the spray nozzles from like your WD-40 cans that you buy with those yellow nozzles that come with them, or the black nozzle, or whatever color they are. You could cut those down. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But once I get the pin into place, that one pin into place, like I said, which I dropped under here, I remember, right? Which I said that I dropped, I'm going to put literally, because I can see it's like right here, so it's easy enough to just super glue a little pin right there, and then hook the chain to the J hook that I created, and then just hook this like right around this way. And to me, this way, you're not gluing anything in permanent, you're not making anything permanent, but as you can see, it'll fit perfectly. My hand gets the heck out the way. Without the, even with the, make it even look cooler, but you can see it fits perfectly in there, man. So you just once you cut the J hook, which I have here, once I cut the J hook and I know where I'm going to keep the bend, I would literally just take my end of my pliers and bend over the edge real tight, as tight as I can, and then squeeze it down as tight as I can, straight as possible too, so it doesn't look all crappy, but then squeeze it down as tight as I can. Now you've created a lock. The chain can't come off. So on the other end of this is where the chain's going to go, if you understand what I'm saying. So when you're throwing it or putting it through the tire, like I said, you might have to work with it to get it to go right, but that's basically the idea, Rob. That's my basic idea. Make my own J hooks And like I said, I'll trim it. You see, they're pretty strong too. Yeah, I can do everything with them. But that's basically my idea of a J-hook. Also, that's good if you ask me. Once you pull off all the coloring, if you trim it down a little bit to where it's proper size for 24-25, 124-125, it would go good with a tow truck as well. You know what I mean? As a tow truck J-hook to hook cars up on your trailers or hook on the rear ends of the cabs. I think it was a good idea. It's a nice home product. Everybody has at home. Everybody's got a paperclip, one or two at home at least. I also found when I was doing sweeping the other day, Paul, Rob, I found a couple of handles. Again, guys, like, subscribe, and follow if you want to see new videos. My next video on Monday or Tuesday for the open box videos, I'm not going to do live on the channel, Rob. I'm going to go ahead and create the video and put it out there so everybody can see it. I will mention it, and I will give a link to it here in my live video on Monday so that everybody's able to see it. But with it being Mother's Day weekend, I'm not sure how well I'll be able to get to doing any building or anything. I got my oldest son's going to be here. I think my wife invited my sister, and we're going to hang out. I get to see my son like once a month or once every couple of months. And so when he's here, I like to hang out with him and check him out. He's a very big enthusiast. He's on the Model Asylum, just so you know, Rob. He has a couple of my kits at his house. So I consider him a collector as far as I'm concerned. He has, since he was probably 2 years old, had my builds in his room. And the builds that I now have up here in front of me are actually the ones that were in his room for, 20 years, 15 years. Before he turned into, a big teenager, needed his own space for his own trophies and stuff and playing ball and stuff. I used to keep all my things in his room. Also went to my middle son as well. He had them in his room for 10 years in a cabinet. And then my youngest had them in his room for, 5 years or so. He didn't have them in a cabinet, so they were getting kind of messed up and moved around. And a few pieces got lost on the last kid, or maybe even the kid before that. I don't even remember. But right now, I'm just going to cut down. I'm going to open this up a little bit, and I'm going to cut my J-hook down. Because I think I'm going to go ahead and hook this chain up now that I'm here and doing it. I think I'm going to go ahead and connect this chain to the other pin. Okay, so now I've got it. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit more. To me, it just needs a little bit more. I don't need so much. And then I can move it over just a bit more. And this one, I'm going to leave the rubber on because it does look pretty good. It's not too bad. I probably should do something like red, though, huh? Instead of blue, Rob? Tie-down straps. Like I said, I found out an easy way to make tie-down straps was with, I don't know what I did with it, but you know that thread that they use on shoes to connect the shoes that are rubber? You know what I mean? When you cut the shoes apart, when you first buy them, they got that rubber piece on them. I have a piece here somewhere that my son just got a new pair of shoes and he cut it off, and I had it here somewhere to show you. Because that's exactly what I was going to do today, was try to show everybody exactly how I'm going to do it. Let me see if it's in here. It is not in there, so it's got to be right here somewhere. Also, these are extra ramps they give you with it. So yeah, that's my idea for a J-hook. I don't know if that works for you or not, Rob. But again, like I said, you can make it. There's so many different dowels sizes. I can make it tiny or large. I mean, I can make the hoop as big as that. I mean, really, that's a pretty big. That's a pretty big size dowel. I don't know if you can see it clear enough or not. And it's hollow. Remember I was telling you earlier about the hollow? Here, this is my idea when I start doing my hitches. I would use some styrene squares, make some styrene squares. I have something. Also, I found these I know this sounds weird, but I found these in a bulk pile as I was driving down the road. These literally have a groove already made in them, Paul, or Rob. They really literally do have one of them. So my idea is to sandwich two of these inside this, or on the outside of this, kind of like so. Let me see if I can get this to work out for you. I did it the other night. It looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can get this to work out for you here, Rob. I also have, now, Rob, also, just so you know, you can also use, if you have any old chassis pieces, which every builder who does trucks has at least one or two little chassis pieces. Styrene will also work, just so you know, just a square piece of styrene. Oh, this is Joe Fritz is helping me learn how to do humps for trailers, for the tires. So this is my first started out of one. It came out pretty good. I still got to cut the center out and make the secondary one, and then I got to close it off once it's got two. But I'm working on it. Another scratch project I'm doing. I bought this styrene from Amazon. I think it was like $10, and it came with two full sheets. Again, here we go. So this is what I found, which to me, if you ask me, is pretty dang cool. Two of them go together and they form a really big circle. Or with what came with them, this is actually what came with them, this piece here, which is this, if you can see the difference. I don't know if it's kind of, okay, there we go, see the difference. This is the top piece, literally breaks it down into, watch this, check this out. I found these in a garbage pile. So now, to me, this would be the perfect hitch because it is rounded at one end, rounded on one side, and square on the other. But watch what happens. Literally, that would go underneath your car, flat like so, similar to what I'm going to do right here, similar to this. I'm going to go right here underneath this. And then I would take squares, little pieces of styrene, make my brackets here, and attach them underneath the car with super glue. And then you could use your little dowel. See, that one's too big. So I'd have to use my little dowel. And then you could use your little dowel as these slide in and out. So if you need the trailer, if you need the trailer hitch like so, that would basically be your trailer hitch. Then you would put a smaller dowel, which this is too small, but this is the ideal. Here we go. There's my other one. I would put another smaller dowel, just so you know, kind of stuck up like that, Rob. Something of that nature. I don't know if you can see that right or not, but something of that nature. This way I can slide it in and out. I can make it go further back or even closer to my trailer, depending to my car, and depending on how long the trailer is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use red. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I got the Peterbilt wrecker up here. I got the wrecker on it. I used wire, literally house wire, that I stripped down and used pieces of to do my hitch and my hook. So, but that's my idea, Rob. Like I said, I got lucky and I found these things. That was really cool. I've probably got 10 of these or 8 of these that I found, and if they were in like a box thrown on the side of the road in somebody's boat. But they all came with these. And again, what I liked about these was, if you check it out, if you need something really long, like a rail or something, literally, you can make a chassis out of that, bro. Look at that. And am I crazy or what? Or is that like a perfect thing to make a chassis, or even some kind of a railing on for a diorama? I mean, to me, that was the perfect thing. It's got a flat side on it, which would glue easy, and a rounded side, which gives it the nice aerodynamic look. I think that was a good idea. So, like, if you want to make a trailer that extends in and out, you know what I mean? See what I'm saying? And again, yeah, Rob, like that, exactly. You can make a slip hitch or something like that. That's exactly what I was thinking. Literally just slides it in and out. I have the right stuff, luckily, here, but this fit perfect the other day when I was trying it, messing around with it. It's not too tight. It's not too loose. It does kind of bob a little bit, but that's okay because you're not putting a heavy trailer, major trailer on it, and you could always fill the end of it and make it stay into place with a little bit of super glue. So, but I thought this was a good idea for a nice hitch, for a hitch, or like I said, if you think about it, like I said, if you think about it, this would be a really killer closed-in chassis. So you make the chassis out of 2 of those, so to speak. Okay, you make the chassis out of 2 of those. I would center it just so I get more strength out of here, and then you create cross members with your styrene inside of it, and now you have a beveled outside chassis on either side, but yet you have grooves in here for you to lock your chassis cross members in. I just thought that was just the coolest thing when I saw that. That's the first thing I thought of, was a chassis stretch. And if you think about it, I got a piece of chassis right here. Where's my piece of chassis? There it is. It's not that much different, Rob. Look at that. It's really not. It's just this piece is flat and has all the bubbles and stuff on it that you hook to. So you take your piece that you're using and you mark it off where you put stuff on it. That's all you got to do. And drilling holes in it is as easy as grabbing a drill bit and drilling it out. I mean, it's really easy. I mean, for that matter, heck, I was using, before I got my Dremel, I was using my drill bits. I was using my, what I call my dowel pusher here. I was literally using this, coming over to my grabbing my cutting board, which I made out, bring it over here, put it where I want it, kind of centered, like that, and push. And once I knew that it was through, there, like that, you literally just pull it out, go around the other side, and man, now you've got a small hole that you could put something in. Like I said before, with this piece that I have here, and like I said, I got more of these. So you just snap this into place, roll it into place, and now you can literally put this in and put a small little lock pin in this hole, drill little tiny holes in your rod so that you can set it in any distance you want, any length you want. Also, with the chassis thing that I was thinking, I was also thinking of that you could literally make the chassis to where the chassis separates and gets longer, if you understand what I'm saying, Rob. That was my idea. I mean, like I said, what I first thought of was that this would make a killer chassis extension, you know, or an entire chassis. Just build the whole entire chassis like that, because you could put. I mean, come on. Let's see. I got 8 or 10 of them. So let's see. If I put 3 on the side, each one is on the side, and I center each one of these slides. If I center them, something similar to that. Not quite perfect, Rob, but something similar to that. Look at that, man. Look at that. I mean, it's not bendable this way. I mean, yeah, of course you can bend it this way, but you super glue it, and that gives it strength. And if you need to, again, you put your cross members right here in this. Something similar. And I would use these too for cross members. Something similar to this. You know, cut the edge of it down so it fits right inside the hoop. And there, you got a cross member, man. I mean, it was so cool that I found them. I was like, wow, check that out. What they're really for is they came with a box of lights. I noticed the lights were broken, but they came with a box of little lights that you like put around your room or whatever, and the little wires going here to hide the wires is what these are for. But like I said, if you're into doing anything that's stretchable or anything that's movable, these things are perfect. Like I said, I drilled a hole and I put a little bit of a dowel rod in it. And check that out. Now we have something that literally spins, but is secure and tight enough that you don't really need to. Of course, you got to drill the hole bigger. The more you want it to spin, the more you want to weight you want to put on. You got to put a bigger hole and bigger thing, a bigger rod. But I thought that was a pretty cool idea. You know, you drill a hole in this piece too. You stick it on this end. You push the rod through it so that it holds both of these together, and then you glue it. You super glue it. That's my idea. Anyway, this is all my cuttings of. I'm creating I'm going to create a box trailer for a flatbed pickup that I'm going to do. So basically, this is going to be the box. So I've created the box already, and I'm going to put the sides on it, the front on it. The back end of it is going to just have an opening, and I'm going to use God, what was it that I saw the other day? Anyways, there's a material that I'm going to use across here that makes it look like that Baja fencing or whatever it's called, the material fencing. So, well, that's my idea, Rob, for that. Your hitch should be as simple as, grabbing 2 different size dowels. Make sure one fits in the other. Just grab, and like I said, depending on which size you're doing, 124, 125. I mean, then you just slide it in and out. I got these off of Amazon, the round dowels in a 7-pack for, I think it was $8-9, Rob. I mean, it was real cheap, and it literally got sent directly to me. I wasn't aware I thought I was buying solid rods. I wasn't aware I was buying hollow rods. And of course, the smaller they get, they don't have hollow in them. But that's my idea. If you like that idea, go for it. I said I am going to do some how-to videos eventually, and maybe Monday of next week is what we'll do, Rob. I'm sure you got a couple ideas you can throw in there and how to do stuff. I'm also going to hopefully have Joe Fritz come in sooner or later and say, hey, this is how you do this, even though he's already created videos and put them on our Facebook groups. Yeah, shout out to the Facebook groups, Plastic Addictions Anonymous on Facebook and the Model Asylum. Plastic Addictions Anonymous does cars and trucks and any scale. Just no diorama. We don't do diorama. Or I'm sorry, we don't do die cast, not diorama. On the Model Asylum, they do dioramas, but they also don't do die cast. There's no die cast. It's all plastic. I guess we do anything and everything because we're crazy about all things model related. So I guess if you only do die cast and that's what you do and you want to join, I'll probably say, come on in. It doesn't bother me none that I don't build them. I like to see everybody's building what everybody builds. So as you see, Rob, I got a little knot. I'm trying to get a knot out. Oh, maybe I did. I think I just did it. At least enough to try to see how bad the knot is. So, it's got a couple rounds in it. So I'm trying to make the chain loosen up around it so I can get my fingers in it. And I don't want to have to cut the chain to get rid of the knot. All right, well, it's not bothering me right now. So let's go ahead and do my hooks. All right, so, but you're right, Rob. I think I do like the idea of I do like the idea of the red one better, so I'm going to do that. So let me go ahead and take this one off. I didn't leave any notice, Rob, either on Facebook or TMA. I've given them plenty of notice and told everybody about it, 2-3 times a day since I started last Thursday. And I gave links on both sites and to everybody. I've also sent some in PM. And no, sir, we have not had not a theme, but I've done banner as weathering. Actually, I do believe we've done a weathered Wednesday. Yes, I do believe we have done that. Actually, now that you think about it, I've done just about everything in the past 8 months I could come up with in my brain. And some things I actually honestly copied off of other groups. That's how it works. I did notice a couple of people were doing things that we were doing, which is fine by me. It's all model related, bro. I'm not worried about it. It's not like somebody came into my house and stole something from me. It's public, property. Models are and information and freedom of speech are all things that I don't care about. I don't have anything copyrighted as of yet. I do plan on doing our logo eventually. We're getting a professional logo done. My wife and I were just talking about that night before last or so. That we're debating on whether we want to do that. I want to do that or not. Like I said, I'd also like to start doing dioramas, and I would like to start taping those as I'm doing this, so you guys can follow along with my building learning. I thought that would be pretty cool. So you know what? This is being a pain in my butt. So you know what I'm gonna do, Rob? I closed it too tight because I was gonna use the blue, but now I'm not. So there. So it's as easy as that to get them off too. By the way, guys, and then I'll put this one off to the side because I'll use it for something else later. I try my best not to throw anything away, even little tiny pieces of sprue that's got glue on them and stuff. You can send them down. But I don't. I try my best, and I do go around and look at it. I do go around and look at bulk piles for certain things, certain types of plastic or chains or anything like that could possibly even be used on anything. Little pieces of fencing. Anybody that does any holiday decorating stuff that they broke something, or a little piece of it or whatever. Some of that stuff could be used really good on some of these models. Oh, also, just so you know, Rob, when I do my chassis, I close them in. So let's say this was a chassis, and let's say that this was the flat outside of the chassis. As opposed to showing that I did it, I just use a piece of sprue, literally covering the whole entire chassis with it. That also gives it strength once I stretch it. With other pieces of styrene. I have 2 chassis stretches I'll show you guys in other videos. My GMC Coca-Cola, GMC General Coca-Cola tractor that's on my holiday trailer right now is stretched 2 1/4 inches. My Mack Cruise Liner cab over is stretched 2 1/2 inches, which I'll show you guys down the road. I found another Corvette decal. I put the Corvette away for the day, Rob. I decided I want to finish up this trailer for the next couple of mornings. So you'll probably be able to, when you come in on Monday, you'll see this probably, because that's what I'm working on. So now I got to get my some red hooks out. Again, I just use paper clips, you know that. So there's pink. There's a red one there. I can get 2 hooks out of each one of these red ones, 2 or 3 hooks before I have to start bending too much, and then it literally starts to look like crap because it's not all straight. And using a bent hook on anything you're towing is really crazy. So let me see if I can push this. So anyway, I cut them to different sizes. As you can see, I've got stuff for really long stuff for like tailgates or something. Then I've got these little tiny short ones for car doors that I use. I just cut them all up in individual different sizes. All right, so there's no red in that one. I must be out of red. I've been using a lot of red though on stuff to hide stuff. All right, so there's another one. I may have to go into my desk and find some more red ones. Although I might have enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I need 17. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 12. So let's see if I can get some more red. There's another red. There's another. That looks like red. That doesn't look like red. That looks like a mauve of some sort. It's like an orange. So I got orange too. Let's see what I got most of. Orange or red. Because orange will do good too, and it'll kind of accent. Sorry, Rob, I'm talking to myself, man. I do that a lot. I know you noticed that. So I'm just going through all my paper clips and finding my red ones at the moment. Because Rob, you gave me the idea red would look a lot sharper, and I agree with you there, bro. So I'm going to do it with all red. So I think I have enough now. And like I said, as you see, I got all kinds of sizes here, Rob. I just cut them up in case I need them. I was collecting them for 2 months, and then I said, you know what? I have plenty. I don't need any more. So, but like I said, as you see, that works out pretty. Oh, here's one that I've built. If I can grab a hold of it without a falling. Oh, here we go. Here's one that I've built. I literally built this and made it solid inside with using my putty. So what I would do here is I would slip another ring here and another ring here and just glue this piece. And then once these are into place, it would move and this piece would stay centered, as you see, like this. It would stay centered. These would go into the door. It's too wide right now, but these would go into the door channel or door frame, and then I would super glue the edge of it into place, or cut a piece of one of these in half and stick it over it and glue it into place so that it slides in and out. That's just my idea, anyways. I'll be doing that later on in the video too. I have a lot of things that people can use at their normal household stuff. They don't have to go out and buy stuff. They don't have to leave home with what's going on with everybody's health out there. If you don't want to leave your home, you know, there are other things you can use and hide that it's a household product. You can paint over it, you can putty over it, sand it down and paint it. Nobody ever know it was there. I've used paper clips to put a piece of chassis back together by drilling holes in both ends of the square, putting super glue on it, putting one end of the paper clip in one end and then the other end to the chassis and putting the piece back in, using a little tiny bit of putty to cover everything up, sand it down. You never knew it broke. Actually, I did that with the, I'll show you one day. I actually had to do that because I was sitting here with Sam one night. We were talking. I guess I wasn't paying attention on how much pressure I was putting on it. I was putting a cab that wasn't completed yet onto a chassis, and I had the chassis being held here, and I turned it around and kind of wanted to lean it and hold it onto my chest, like right below my chest area, and I put the front in there, and when I was pulling the chassis up and forward to come over the notch, the front piece that connects to the chassis, to the cab, literally popped right off. So I was like, you know, oh, well, whatever. I tried super glue, and then it wasn't strong enough, so I said, you know what? Let's try this, and I literally did take just a piece of normal everyday paper clip. I cut a piece off about that long. Hi, Brother Paul. Brother Paul is calling in with me at 10:44 in the morning. What's up, brother? Not much, not much. Let me turn you up, buddy. And yeah, I got you live here. What's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I can't hear you barely, though. I have Rob at the moment.
Hey, Rob.
No, it's not. Actually, Rob, it is not a telemarketer. It's actually Paul Lovelace on the phone, bro. He was here the other day when I got a telemarketer. Well, thank you for joining us, Brother Paul. How is it? How is it in your area?
How do you type when you're? Can we talk to you when you're live?
Yes, you can type. You type right. It's got a messenger right inside, bro. When I talk, you can ask me questions, or like here, if you want to call in on my phone. Go ahead, bro.
I couldn't figure it out the other day. Yesterday.
Okay. Well, give me a call tonight, and you and I'll figure it out. Rob, maybe you'll pop in with us later on and help us figure all this out to make sure he gets in.
All right, I'll see if I can. I think my father-in-law is coming back for dinner.
Yeah. It's Mother's Day weekend too. I was gonna do a weekend show, but then I decided probably not because it's Mother's Day weekend, and I'll probably be beat up and have to live in the trailer.
Yeah, because I caught the tail end of your show yesterday.
Okay, cool. I'm glad. Cool. I appreciate it, brother.
I didn't know if you saw me on there or not.
No, I did not. The only one I've been seeing so far is Rob. We did have a gentleman just in a little while who popped in about 9 minutes after we started called Justice S. He said good morning, and we haven't heard from him since. And from what it shows, Rob's
no,
right.
I'm on the road.
Oh, I figured as much, brother. I figured as much. I figured you were just yelling at me while you were on the road.
Yeah, I'm on the road.
But yeah, now. I'm live. I'm keeping my promise. I'm not feeling the greatest, but I'm still doing it.
I'm on the way to our Chevy store.
What are you driving?
I'm driving what I normally drive.
Oh, okay. You're driving the normal shop car.
Yeah, the shuttle car.
Shuttle car. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, a little hot rod.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah. So
there's a 4-wheel drive SUV that'll chirp gears in second. It'll chirp them in second.
Well, that's pretty good for a small SUV. Yeah, it is. So no, what I'm doing right.
GMC Acadia, just in case anybody wonders.
Rob says, "Hey, Paul." I said, Rob.
I can't see if he's asking questions.
No, I know. Rob said, "Hey, Paul."
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can't see because I know you're on your phone and I'm here live at the house. I did find out that I can have you live. I have to give you the stream code. You have to sign in the same time I do, and then I have to connect you into the live stream. So you and I will work that out sometime in the next week. And if you ever want to, you can just come popping in. We just make sure to give me 1 second. We just make sure to get you in and get me moving before we actually try to tag you in, so that the feed is already going, and then you just jump in on the feed.
What you working on?
Right now, I'm making J hooks. Rob gave me the idea. I wasn't going to do it. J hooks for the opposite side of the chain on the Revel autocar carrier.
Yeah.
I am making little J hooks to go on the outsides.
Okay.
They give you little pins for the insides that you're supposed to glue the chain to, but then they just want you to drape them over the outside or whatever once you put a car on it. And Rob gave me the idea that hooks, is there a way to do hooks? And I was like, oh man, yeah, I can make little J hooks out of paper clips and do that. And then just drill a little hole and put a little piece of dowel rod with some super glue in it for the J hooks to hook up to. And that's what I'm making at the moment right now.
Cool.
Go check out the other ones. I will be on again probably a little bit Saturday live. I'll yell at you before I go so you can come in with us. It's not gonna. It's probably not gonna be. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know this weekend's rough because it's my son's birthday too.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure to tell him happy birthday. I'll chime in and yell at him happy birthday at least then.
All right, that's cool.
All right. So I appreciate you jumping in. I know you're being safe and you're doing hands free.
Oh, definitely hands free.
Attaboy. There you go, man.
Talking through the car.
Yeah. Rob says Hot Rod Lincoln.
Oh man, this thing's it's a monster.
He says it's a monster, Rob. Rob, can you hear him? Give me a second. He'll answer. There's a couple of second delay between the answers, just so you know from when I ask the questions. But Rob, can you hear Paul, Rob? Let me get you a little closer to the mic. Maybe that'll work better. All right, now I got you all full. You're full up and ready, brother. Yep, he says he hears you, brother.
Cool.
Yep, he says he hears you. So like I said, I'm eventually gonna do like call-ins and stuff from you, Joe Fritz, Chris Bryan, and stuff like that.
Right.
Especially if we can't figure out this live stream thing to get you guys in, I will probably just do call-ins with you guys. All of you guys should have my phone number, and all I should have to say is,
looky there.
Uh-oh, what do you see? What car?
What is that? That a Pete?
Oh.
It's got it's a blue Pete. It's got the fenders on it, the back of it. It's sharp.
Wow. Cool.
Single sleeper.
Rob, just so you know, Paul is in Ohio. He is right now on the road going to pick up or deliver a car. He works for a car dealership.
I'm going to get a part.
He's going to get a part. See? So he's on the road a lot, so I know that's why he doesn't chime in during the day when he's busy, which is cool. I figured sooner or later he'd see me out here or try to come find out what the heck I'm doing. Excuse my language. What the heck I'm doing and chime in. Again, like I said, I'm going to try to get Joe Fritz to jump in and maybe he'll do a phone call.
I made that post about the AMT kits.
Yeah.
What the instructions said.
Yeah.
And I don't think too many people caught on to it.
Well, I caught it. I laughed. I caught it.
I know, but I don't think too many people caught on to what it said.
No, I don't either. I really don't, because you didn't get many comments of it. I'm thinking that maybe they got a little lost with what you were trying to say about it.
But it's right in the paragraph.
Yeah.
Your near perfect AMT kit.
I saw that, near perfect. At least the word is near in there. They got that part right.
How near is it?
Exactly. How near perfect? I know for a fact. I love the challenge AMT kits, man. You know that.
Rebels. I'll tell you what. So far, that kit's going together beautiful.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's the one kit that they actually said that it was actually right.
Yeah, I mean, it's going together nice so far.
Well, I've been looking at this retooled Kenworth Transit mixer that I have, the cement mixer. I find it very, very, very clean. All the parts look really sharp.
I think these retools are better.
I do too. I think the retools of everything that they're sending out new now, especially even with the Revel trailer here, the retool of it was amazing. I mean, Rob has been watching me the whole time build this thing pretty much after when he climbed in, and everything went 1, 2, 3 on this thing. I had very little to hide on the Revel Peterbilt either, if I remember correctly. Everything was so clean and nice, and it was a retool and a repop.
Right.
So guys, if you're looking for something that's really clean, make sure to wait for the repops to come out. Also, Paul, I want to tell you, go to round 2.
Yeah, I'm doing mine is the International Paystar.
Right, you're doing
350, the big work dump truck.
The big work dump truck, right? The International 350, right. Paul, go to round 2 if you haven't already done so for their May releases.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, trust me. You can chime in on Monday or Tuesday and tell me what you think. What you think of what you see.
What do we got?
Well, what Rob is really cool with is what Rob is really interested in is they made a kit that's got a cart and a trailer on it, and he thinks that's pretty cool. Mine, you know me, I'm into the IHs and the big rigs, and they just came out and retooled the new IH 4030 cab over.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they retooled the IH 4030 cab over.
Yeah.
And repopped it. I was like, wow. You know me, man. You know I'm getting that.
I love the International cab overs.
Yeah, I do too, man. That really looks great. It really does. And like I said,
I didn't get a chance to get a picture of it.
Okay.
But I did see an old freight shaker cab over the other day on the freeway.
I like those too. See, I love the old. I'm into all the old stuff, man.
But it was an old one. It wasn't that new one they made.
Oh, okay. Well, I like the old trucks. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm an old truck guy.
It's like the freight shaker that ain't not that new one they came out with.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But see, here you go. When you look at the video tonight, Paul, you'll see what I was making because I'm kind of showing it. Okay, so you'll see I was making J hooks. I'm even going to take some pictures. I'll shoot you a picture of it. I'm just using the chain that came with it and a piece of paper clip and creating little J hooks. So for the ends of the chain, so I can put the ends of the chains through the tire and actually hook them to an outside bracket.
Well, what I use if I'm making a J hook, is I get little they're straight pins, but they got a hoop at the end.
Oh, okay.
They've already got a hoop on them, and I just cut them to length and hook them.
Right. See, that's all I'm doing.
That's what I did on the chains for the dolly on the wiggle wagons that are on my freight shaker.
On the I got you on the twins. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so like I said, I'm using household stuff. So I'm trying to tell everybody. I'll be doing videos of how-tos and stuff. I'm going to try to get Joe to do some how-tos. I'm not so great at painting, so somebody's going to have to jump in and do. If anybody does anything on painting, I'm going to have them do it. But me, I don't mind doing little stuff. I've also explained that I'm trying to learn how to do humps, and I want to do some dioramas eventually. And I haven't mentioned, by the way, guys, definitely. Oh, Rob says he's drooling over the kits we're talking about, just so you know. Just so everybody knows, like, subscribe, and share, and follow, please. Click the bell if you haven't done it. Yes, I know you have, Rob, and you're here, bro. It's all good. I'm talking for the ones that watch it later on. Also, later on, we will be doing, a lot more open boxes, kit buildings. Paul, what I was going to say is Paul eventually is going to be here actually at the Model Cave for Plastic Addictions Anonymous. He will be live with me online, literally sitting right here in my own house, watching and hanging out with me and going live with me when he gets here. He's going to be going on vacation eventually, and he will be coming to stay with me for a week. So I will have him all prisoned up, and he won't have any choice but to go live with me. Right, Paul?
Man, I wish they made one of those kits.
What's that?
The cat tractor.
Oh, the cat tractor, yeah.
No, that one's a dump truck, but it looks like a back.
Yeah.
But it says cat on it. It's built by Caterpillar.
Oh, well, that sounds like a cool. Okay, so let's see if that one's good.
Yeah, it's got cat badges instead of Mac badges.
That's pretty cool.
You've never seen one?
Nope. Not that I can recall right away off the top of my head. Maybe. I mean, God, Paul, when I was a kid, I was around so many tow trucks and big rigs with my dad. You know, I've seen so many things that people were building. You know, heck, I wouldn't
want that job today.
I got the view of the very first Peterbilt 1030 Century tow truck that came off the line. I was standing there when it came off the line. Now my dad sold it. My dad was the first South Florida Century dealer down here for 10 years before he had to retire. So I literally got to see the very first Peterbilt with the Century 1030 360 boom on it.
Right.
I'm actually trying to talk my mom into all the literature she has. She told me I could have it when she goes, but I'm trying to get it before she does. But he's got two entire salesman's books of those, and he's got Cradle Snatcher. At the time, they had a deal with Century that Century would manufacture the beds and put their name stamps on underneath, but Cradle Snatcher would do the booms. So really, you were getting you were literally getting three different vehicles. You would be getting the cab or whatever it was, Peterbilt, Mack or whatever. Then you'd be getting the bed, which was Century, but then you would be getting a boom, which was Cradle Snatcher. So I have all that stuff and all that, what do they call it? All the blueprint stuff of before they ever started building them. My mom has all that.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a hold of that from her so I can do some video on that also. It has where all the electrical is gonna go, what the new features are that they put on it, what size chains are on it, how strong it is, how long it is, how short it is, how wide it is, how strong the stands are. I remember these books that he has every nut and bolt all the way down to the smallest lock washer in this book. When they built this truck, they literally printed every little tiny thing that they put on this as a sales pitch and put it in this book and gave it to my dad.
Right.
So I have two of those. I have one of their only Century trucks, and I have one of their, well, what do I want to call it? I guess we call it smash builds or bash builds. Where there's more than one company working on the same truck. So he's got a book of that also. I know that he had Well-Built involved at one time, and I know that he had Stillwell involved at one time on a look-alike Century that Well-Built was coming out with. That didn't fly. He sold maybe 10 of them in the United States, and it never was taken off, the one that they were trying to do.
Right.
So, but I should have hope. Not that I'm wishing my mom go anywhere, guys. That's not what I'm saying. But I have. I will have hopefully in the future. Now I'm not saying near future because my mom's not giving to me till she passes. But in the future, I will have both of those books in my possession, and I will be taking pictures and sending stuff out and doing videos on them. I may have to deal with Century first because I'm not quite so sure how their copyright policy is, if I'm even allowed to do that, because I don't own it. Although my last name is on the book because it was literally issued to my father under his name. He had to sign for it. And he also had to sign some legal document that gave him no right to share anything that he learned the entire time he was a salesman there. So I know that he has, that I know. But I'm not trying to sell anything or remake anything. I just want to show everybody what it was like.
Right.
You know, so they shouldn't have a big deal problem about it. So Rob, you're seeing what I'm doing here, Paul. You don't. So I got the J hook on the end of it already, crimped on the end of it. I'm just going to take a spot of super glue and put it on the chain. I'm not going to wrap the chain around this like it says because I want a longer chain. So here, I'll show you. And then I'll just hold the chain into place and hopefully it glues into place and I'm done with that one. I'm just doing J hooks and chains right now, Paul. I'm not doing any open boxes or anything of that nature.
Right.
But if you check out the rest of the videos, I did open box on everything except for the cement mixer, which I'm going to do next week. So if you want to check that out, just go there and go look next week. But if you want to check all the other open boxes out, if I recall correctly, I did both the airplanes that Domingo sent me. I did both of the kits that Don sent me. I did the trike that my wife bought me. Did I lose you, brother?
No.
Oh, nope. Okay, I got quiet. You stopped? Or no, you rolled up your window.
No, the window's been up the whole time.
Oh, it sounded a little louder a little minute ago. Didn't you think so, Rob? Sound like you were in traffic.
I was on the interstate.
All right, so now I'm going to drop. Oh, it looks like it might have already heard there, Rob. All right, so now I'm going to pick up the end of the J hook. and I'm going to make sure that it's connected. Oh, yeah, there we go. Guess it wasn't dry enough. There we go. Okay, so now I got, come on. So I made a little knot in the bottom, not a knot, but a little, I squeezed the end of the chain so the chain got stuck in the little bracket there. So now I can just take my super glue and I can just make a little tiny drop on it. I can't see though, Rob, because it's on your side. So give me 1 minute while I lean it, brother. All right, so I'm just going to take a little tiny drop of super glue. Just one little drop. There, boom, it's done. Okay, so now I let that sit 5 minutes, and that chain will never come off of that pin. So that's one J hook done. As you can see, it's laying on the bed. You're right, though, Rob. I give you full credit, Rob, for the idea of the red, because I was going to go with, I was going to go with black. I even thought about yellow.
For what? The chains?
No, for the J hooks.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of tried to make them stand out because the side of the trailer is graphite. The trailer is graphite and red, and I got red marker decal, red and white marker decals all down the side. So I was thinking red, but I was thinking yellow because it would stand out against the red. But Rob came in with the red idea, and I decided that I was going with that. And if you ask me, it does look pretty good. You'll see it's in the video when you watch the video later, bub.
Are you putting cars on it?
I am going to put cars on it. Yes, sir, I am. That's going to have a 2006 Chevy Camaro concept car. It is going to be eventually Galaxy Blue Overlay, the lacquer one that I did the chassis on the IH with.
Right.
It's also going to have a 2010 Corvette convertible. I'm going to put the Shelby on it, a Cuda on it, a Chevelle on it, excuse me, and the 57 Chevy.
Cool.
So it's going to have mostly older 70s and 80s, 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s cars, except for the two new ones I just got from Don.
Right.
Which I started a build video on the other day, so you can check that out too. So there's videos out for that.
Brothers, I am pulling into our Chevy store.
Man, I appreciate you bumping in, brother. Thanks for piping in and chiming in. Love you. Be safe out there. Love you. Be safe out there, and we'll yell at you later on when you're off.
All right, bud.
All right, brother. Be safe.
Later, Rob. Bye.
Out. All right, so now we got that. Rob, you know who that is. I don't have to tell you he was our admin. So, but for those who don't know, that is Paul Lovelace. He is my admin at both of my groups, at Plastic Addictions and the Model Asylum. He was actually drug into it by me. I met him on an auction site, I think it was, and we started chatting and talking models, and we became friends. And I guess about a month or less after I met him, I literally created Plastic Addictions Anonymous. I tagged him as accepting to be one of the admins, and he literally texted me back going, "What are we doing?" So I was like, "Well, I just turned you into an admin." And I created the group, and it's been history since then. Him and I've been real good friends ever since. Again, like I said, guys, hang around, like, subscribe, and follow. Paul's going to be here live with me, and we're going to go do some model stuff together. We're actually going to leave our house, and we're going to. There's a model show, I think he said, to the north of us, about an hour when he's trying to be here. We're going to try to go there and tape there, record live there. We're also going to be going out to Hobby Lobby and checking out what they got here at my local Hobby. I'm going to try to talk him into the one of the two Saturdays that he's here. Him and I to go to the swap shop and do a live feed from the swap shop as well. So guys, like, subscribe, and follow. If you guys want to see those future videos, you have to follow us. I will no longer, just so everybody knows, I will no longer be putting links directly to the live shows on Facebook at all. If you guys want to see the live feeds and you guys want to come in here and hang with us, you're going to literally have to sign up just like everybody else does to YouTube to literally see these live videos. You cannot just come in and not have a YouTube account and come to the live show. You have to have a YouTube account to come to the live show. Rob, I'm fighting this one, man, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. I don't know how long we've been on now, Rob. Oh God, it's already 11 o'clock, man. I'm already past my hour, but I'm going to finish this one J hook, Rob. I know you had to pop out a minute ago, but that's okay. It's all good. Rob, I'm going to give you a shout out also, Rob, man. You're great. I love you, man. I appreciate you coming to all of my live shows. You are as loyal as a concert. What do they call them? When you go to a concert and you follow the concert around, what do they call those? Not just fan, but what do they call it, Rob? You know what I'm talking about. Not just a loyal fan, but not that you're a stalker. That's what the police would call it, stalking, but that's not what it is. I know. Um, but they could actually, frankly, honest with you, they could literally say I'm stalking because I literally go out to my Facebook groups and I literally go check everybody's Facebook profile out. I do. I'm being honest. I check everybody's Facebook file when they right when they go to join. Within 24 hours of you joining our groups, I go to your profile. If I don't do it before I say okay to your joining. Again, guys, shout out to Plastic Addictions Anonymous and the Model Asylum. Guys, come become a member. We have lots of fun. Our family loves having new members come in. We always welcome them. Our family is a bunch of great people. We have about 1,900 members combined in the two groups. They are amazing model builders. Some of them are award winners. We have a young lady. I'm going to give you a shout out, Amy. So Amy is literally in a model magazine for her builds. You should go check it out. I think it is modeltrucks.com or Model Truck Magazine. I think that was the name of it. I am going to try to go find a copy of the actual article, and I will be reading it and posting it on our Facebook group. She's a great woman. She does awesome builds. She builds trucks and she builds semis mostly. Like I said, she's a great girl. I say good morning to her every morning. She says good morning to me every morning. She also has her own group on Facebook. I will have to check the name on that. I don't remember the name right off the top of my head. You guys want shout outs or something to your Facebook group, PM me. Please do not put any shout outs or links directly on our group, on our channel. I will remove them instantly. Again, we like a nice, clean, fun area. We don't want a whole bunch of BS on our channel. Our channel is about models. If you want to see something else like my live feeds from my live walks and my live the stuff that I do while I'm out and about, you're going to have to PM me and ask me for my channel address for my Joe Hudson. I will give that to you if you PM me. Rob, yours will be there sometime before the weekend's out. I know you've already asked me for it, and I know you, brother, so I don't mind handing it to you. I will be doing more different things than models on that group, or I'm sorry, on that channel. Go check it out. Again, it shouldn't be hard to find. Actually, I don't know what the heck I'm saying, because if you search my name, you'll find my YouTube page. If you search me through YouTube, you'll find my YouTube page. So just search Joe Hudson. These two channels should come up. Joe Hudson should come up, and also Joe Hudson PAA 2021 should come up, as well as this Plastic Addictions Anonymous YouTube channel. They both should show up on your search, the way I have them botted. If not, if you guys have a problem finding me, just PM me and I will do my best. I'm really having problems here now, Rob, getting this thing to work. That's the problem with my eyes and my hands shaking. I don't have patience sometimes, so I'm going to straighten this back out and then I'll bend it once it's on, which is what I should have done to begin with. So I don't know why I'm not able to do that. So anyways, Drupal, yeah, man. Drupal, I agree fully. Is that what I said? Drupal? I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry, Rod. Again, shout out to Rob. Hey, Rob, thank you so very much, brother, for always coming to my YouTube channel and hanging out with me and building. As you see, I do struggle with builds most of the time. Oh, look at that. Look at that. As I said, struggle, I actually got it, man. Anyway, I will be doing a live show every morning, Monday through Friday. Like, subscribe, and follow, because there'll be some surprise videos in there too and surprise live things in there too. It won't be just Monday through Friday. I will be jumping in on Saturdays and Sundays as well. So if you're not following me and you don't click that bell, you won't get notifications that I'm on and you won't see what we're going to do. So like, subscribe. Guys, follow me. Check us out. See what we're doing. Every week we will have different people, like Barb and Paul just chimed in. I will do live phone calls from your questions. Again, we're going to keep it clean, guys. We will have kids on here that are checking us out, so we're going to keep it clean. So I created this group as not for children, but I do know that we have children in our group. So please, guys, just keep it clean. You want to call me and ask me anything you want, just keep it clean and keep it fun. Rob, I'm going to go ahead and split, brother. I'm out of here. Love you, man. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful Friday, Rob. Go get your holes drilled, brother. I know you got to do that. Again, Rob, thanks. Like, subscribe, follow. This is Joe Hudson in sunny South Florida from Plastic Addictions Anonymous on YouTube. And we have Facebook groups of Plastic Addictions Anonymous and the Model Asylum. Plastic Addictions does cars and trucks in any scale, and the Model Asylum does anything model related. Anything model related, guys. They love everything at the Model Asylum. Also, they're a bit crazy. If you can't handle crazy and you're the type of person that gets butthurt about word, how should I say it? Word manipulation, because I use word manipulation in a lot of my posts that I do in the Model Asylum. It's just a play on words, guys. We are not a real model. Stop, Zeus, stop. We are not a real asylum. We are not handing out medication. We do not have rubber rooms. We do not have a bus that has a whole bunch of crazy people that are going to go paint the town. But it sure is fun to pretend we're going to, and we have fun doing it. Also, I have no breakfast made of people or modelers that left our group, and I didn't cut them up and turn them into breakfast, guys. Okay. Anyways, go check out the Model Asylum. We have a lot of fun there. There's a lot of different things that you will not see in any other site. I guarantee it. Also, Plastic Addiction Anonymous group. We have people from all over the world in our groups, guys. Come check us out. Come hang out. Thanks for coming in. Again, this is Joe Hudson. If you want to come see what we're doing next video, our very next live weekday video will be an open box on the AMT Kenworth Challenge Cement Mixer. Come check us out, guys. I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Rob, have a great day. I'll chat with you later on as I'm walking through, brother. Out.